Hi, this is KK and RK, and I'm RK, and
I'm KK, but you should have said the other way around because we are a very the content creation responsibilities and everything is very very like split right down the middle.
right.
Okay, yeah. I don't So KK and RK, we are kind of sort of doing okay, but we are not because we kind of sort of try to record the entire stream, and because of our excellent professionalism, we did not have audio for majority of the stream.
Yeah.
And I'm not pointing fingers, but I am I'll never point fingers to any at anyone because I'm not that kind of a person. Um, so why are we calling this what we are calling it?
Five
Okay.
things you should feel independent, not really about. Uh, that's because
Why?
we just we just went through Independence Day yesterday.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But you stopped yourself from saying something, and what was that?
Celebrated
And why do
this
you stop yourself from
because
saying
we
that
didn't really celebrate it. We woke up really annoyed because of all the patriotic songs that were people were singing,
so
karaokeing. Yeah.
in my building, I thankfully am not in my building right now, okay? Because I have the privilege to be at another home because my partner lives far away and it's a gated community, and there is no, let's say, the national fervor here. At least this is what I can make out. But back in my building,
Yeah.
I know they gave me a flag which I do not want to hoist for many reasons. I don't have a place to hoist, but also I do not really think that we should be shouting from our, let's say, balconies and windows that we are a part of India right now because I don't, relate to that. I don't look um, up to people being like that. I
Yeah.
don't look, even in pop culture, I don't do that. I don't like people taunting their, what is it? Taunting their nation as the biggest thing. And, we always make fun of the Americans because they do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the reason why. So people who want to do it, that's fine, but we don't quite relate to that. We want to be a global uh, community. We do not
Yeah.
want, yeah, bro, like, yeah, like what South Park, the people who will
Yeah.
be driving no, no, electric cars in South Park who are progressive and everything. That we are that.
Yeah. We are.
Yeah, we are that. We want to be that, but nobody cares about such things. All right, so we have
Anyway,
things to talk about.
yeah. Let's look at our agenda
Yeah, but
because
why is there a web page loaded? May I know why?
la la, we are very professional, guys. We are very professional.
Right, right. So what is the screen on the right, and why what is it?
So this is what we're going to be discussing today. It's
Yeah.
alien and plural of aliens,
What are
and
these?
uh, all those immigrants who come to India. No, no, no,
Holy shit! Okay,
I
fine.
did not. I did not.
Have you been watching too much of Trump rallies?
Maybe, maybe.
Okay. What else?
Uh, so Alien and Aliens, the
Uh-huh.
movies,
Hmm.
and how we work for exposure and not payment.
I don't believe that. Okay. Anyway, I'll
Yeah,
let you set it up.
it's just meme, just meme. Then.
I
uh,
mean, I never, okay, I mean, RK, I never ask anybody to do things for me. Okay, never, never, forever. And if I do, I always ask them to. And I pay them like a lot of money and stuff. But I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, go on. Yeah.
where's my money? Uh,
Okay. Okay. Then,
we're also going to discuss about new creative ventures that we are taking up, and
uh-huh.
how we are going to challenge each other, and other people are going to challenge us, etc.
Right. Okay.
And
I
what
think we have talked about the agenda more than actually we should talk about, but that's okay. You
and
can, yeah.
what did we read and all that, and museums that we visited.
Okay,
Yeah,
is there any logical, like, is there a thread that is together? Who wrote this fucking script?
I think It's a
Are you
joint thing.
pointing fingers at me after me not having pointed fingers at you ever and having paid you for everything that you've ever done? Oh my God.
See all the
Anyway.
money that I'm lying in.
Okay, let's get to
Yeah.
the first part of the agenda,
Yeah.
for which I'll invite you to open the. I mean, you've already got the browser on, so
Alien.
we've watched. We are planning to watch Alien Romulus, which is about to release in a few days in
Yeah.
India, but we are interested because you haven't watched Alien, the
Yeah.
franchise, and you started watching Alien, and the whole excuse in our previous riveting episodes was that you did not find time because of responsibilities with your family, quote
Yeah.
unquote, whatever they might be,
Yeah.
as well as work and other commitments, and apparently a slew of like things not working with your body, including three different varieties of headache that FDA is trying to invite you as a trial participant so that they can fund
Figure
pharmaceutical
out what
companies
the
for
hell.
yeah, all of that, all of that were the excuses. I honestly have started a new note, a folder in my archive of notes to list down the excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but somehow you managed to watch these two movies back to back. So tell me what you think about it.
I thoroughly enjoyed Alien. It was like amazing. I really enjoyed the conversation. The entire first half was just conversation about their situation and where they are, and they're in a spaceship that's heading towards a planet,
Uh
and
huh.
they're just going to explore a planet, and
Mm.
the second half is about their encounter with life on that planet. So that was really
So
great conversations between the people and like getting to know who they are. That was fun.
right. So I think the last episode that we talked about this
Yeah.
movie, Alien, the original
Yeah.
movie, 1979. There's a little trivia. That's a year in which I was born. That old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that movie I watched it maybe in I think 2002. I watched it so late in my life.
Okay.
And the thing that gripped me was the fact that I knew that it was an exceptional movie because of reviews and internet and everything. I could read, by the way. It's surprising. Yeah. And I was somehow able to figure it out that it was a good movie. Okay. And I watched it, and I was the first about 40 minutes of the movie was the thing that I could not. I keep on talking to people, including you, several times. I'm sure that you've fallen asleep to me saying that Alien, the first 40 minutes, is the best movie because of the tension building and everything. So, what did you like? So, can you summarize the entire plot quickly
Yeah.
for somebody who's listening in for the first time?
So the summary is
The lights have gone off somehow. I have no idea why that happened. Yeah. Anyway, so sorry for that.
yeah. Sorry, we're very very professional.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I'll
quick summary. Yeah.
straight up
Just
read. So
no, don't
there's
read. Don't read. Don't
there's a
read.
team of
Okay, I'll
people.
do it. I'll do it. It's a sci-fi horror movie, right? So the basic premise is that we have a ship which is somewhere in the far reaches of the universe, probably close to the solar system, which has a crew in cryo sleep, and the ship has an AI called Mother. It gets a beacon of a distress beacon from a nearby planet,
Planet.
and the ship wakes people up in the crew, and the crew is disappointed because they're going back to Earth or something, and they did not want to be woken up. And
Yeah.
it's a very like six or seven people, and they're very close knit and everything. But there's a lot of tension because they're already pissed off
Yeah.
that they're being woken up, and
Yeah.
they go to this planet after having tensions in terms of decisions of to go to the planet. They find another derelict or something, spaceship where they find alien eggs, and one of them they do dumb things that only people in space science fiction movies do, and one of the alien eggs hatches, and it attaches itself to the face of the person. I forget the name. Yeah, that's called the face hugger. And then they bring that man with the face hugger to the ship. They think that everything is going to be cool. Who would ever think that, right? As in, yeah, can you even think that?
Yeah.
And they somehow observe him, and then the face hugger drops out drops off, and he's apparently fine. And then he's having a meal, and something bursts out of his chest. That's called a chest buster, right? Chest. I don't forget, chest buster.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
That's this thing.
yeah, the entire
That's
crew
this
then
thing.
start try to fight, and only the main character, which is Ripley.
Ripley.
I forget the first name. What is the first name of Ripley? Ellen Ripley. Sigourney Weaver
Yeah.
finally manages to survive, and she throws the alien out of the airlock and puts herself into a cryo sleep, and then she's going somewhere. And alien sort of picks up from there. She wakes up many years, about 57 years or something from there,
Yeah.
and she's told that the planet from where she's coming, it needs some attention or something. So she has chosen, despite not having any credentials to do this kind of a thing, with a bunch of Marines. Sent to the planet. The little colony is completely devastated because of potentially aliens. Yeah, and then the Marines get killed. Eventually, there's a kid called Newt,
Yeah.
and Ripley and Newt and a couple of others.
Marines. Yeah.
Yeah, they fight eventually. I think I forget the number of people who survive, but Newt is a central character, and I had asked you a question earlier,
Yeah.
why Newt gets returned. So anyway, so in that movie, eventually again, there's a there's a hive, and there's a queen of
Yeah.
the alien.
Who's
The
laying
alien
all the
species
eggs?
is the alien species in this case has different life cycle and life cycle forms. I forget what the right term is, like parasites on Earth.
Yeah.
And so that is a fantastic concept. So some parasites can only function and propagate through a certain means, and that's why facehuggers have to attach to something, and then chest busters or whatever has to
They come out
do
of
this, and
yeah.
queen has to do something and all of that, and that's probably why Newt does not get harmed, right?
Yeah.
This is our hypothesis.
Yeah.
So I have spoken like most of what you should have spoken about. So now, what do you think about whatever else that you find charming about the movie? We can talk about the androids to begin with.
Yeah, so there's always one android aboard the ship. The one in the first movie was a dick because he wanted to take the alien back to Earth to study it, and
Right.
Ripley was strictly against that, and unfortunately he gets killed by
The name is Ash, or the
yeah,
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
And in the second movie, the guy's called Bishop, and this is another android, and yeah, and the third one is called something with a
We don't. I forget actually. Anyway, you are about to watch it, but
Yeah.
just because you mentioned that you found Ash to be a dick, you would. I'm absolutely I'm curious to know what you think of David from Prometheus.
Okay.
You got to watch it. These Prometheus and Alien Covenant are gonna like blow your tits and your clitoris and everything at one go with the visuals. Okay.
Okay,
But
okay.
everything else is dumb about it. Like they do even dumber things. Like, okay, I feel a little stuffy, so I'm going to remove my helmet and going to like touch the couple of things because I kind of that kind of dumb things.
Exactly
They do
what
a
you do
lot
on an alien planet. Touch things.
in a movie. Okay, it does not happen in novels.
Yeah.
I'm sure that if 100 years in the future somebody goes to a planet and they are not going to do dumb things like this. So yeah, so we've talked about it. Now we have to watch a movie.
Yeah.
What do you remember the name of the movie?
Alien Romulus.
Yeah, and we have how many days? Can you count? Have you been taught?
17 days. 7 days. 1 week.
Holy shit. 6 days. Yeah, considering that this show will never end, so this is not a day.
7. 6. Okay.
Yeah. So you have how many movies to watch?
4, I think. 4 movies.
Yeah, and Prometheus and Alien Covenant are rather long. Okay, so and you have to watch Alien vs Predator and whatever else, and there are video games as well.
What?
Your
Just when
face
I
says it
thought
all.
I was getting closer to the end. How many
When you
aliens?
say nothing at all, that stupid song,
Yeah.
Ronan Keating, I think he wrote it because he somehow saw it in the future. Your expression.
Yeah, because
He
I
could
say
completely
nothing
understand.
at all.
Okay, Okay, so we've talked a lot. Maybe me, I have talked a lot, but
Yeah.
what is the second point that you want to
So,
talk about?
I wanted to know how many replies would it take to change a light bulb?
Okay, this time I've already answered it. You have an answer for it.
I'm gonna no, I'm gonna say the exact same thing you said,
Okay,
but
say it, say
in
it, say
plural.
it. Say it, say
So,
it.
so the spaceship they're on,
My God.
the spaceship they're on is highly functional, and it has
Uh-huh.
a lot of little parts that just stop working at the most appropriate times. So,
Uh-huh.
according to you, it's
According to
none,
you now.
none, because nothing is working.
Yeah, but I also said that so my angle is that there'll need to be infinite replace to change the
Replace.
light bulbs because there's so many blinking lights and so many missing parts of the
Yeah,
ship, and that there's always
yeah,
aliens, and so she's gonna be busy with that. She don't care about light bulbs, because if you watch a movie, that light bulbs are not a thing. Okay, so moving on to the next agenda topic.
yeah.
What is it?
That I often end up doing a lot of work and I don't get paid for it. This
Uh-huh.
is more of a request than a
Holy shit.
I'm just saying.
Okay. You know what? Because you're being mean to me, I have something to say to you. Okay. This is not a song. Oh my god. This is a
Next
song.
one.
Sorry. Yeah. No. This is not a song. Okay. Fine. So. How many birds must a man expose before he can really get paid? Say, how many men must a man expose before he gets paid? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Does that serve as payment?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Payment in kind.
Bullshit. Okay, fine. We'll figure out a way to monetize this. But anyway, so why are we talking about it?
My first copyright strike right there.
No, no, this is not copyright strike.
It's a
How is
parody.
it?
Yeah, okay.
It's a yeah. I think I even misspoke. I think I said how many men or something like that. Anyway, go on, go on. Why are we talking about it?
I like to be paid in men.
Okay,
Okay.
Shakira. No, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, no hips. What? No, no, no. What was the name? It's Raining Men. I forget the name.
Not
What?
Shakira. Wait, we should
What?
Google this.
It seems like you may minimize Windows. No, you
No,
didn't.
I haven't. I
Yeah, oh my
haven't.
God.
Jerry Halliwell.
Okay. I don't remember too much
Yeah,
about her music.
whatever.
Okay, go on. So
So,
why are we talking about it?
yeah, so I happen to do a lot of work and I do not get paid for it. So, usually it's like things for friends, like I write thesis or do some editing work or like make a logo or, something like that. But I never get paid for it.
Yeah. How many of these have you done for this show, by the way?
You see it.
Okay.
No, but
So
but but it's a learning experience. Doing all this for 10 years has made me learn
okay.
a lot.
So are you saying that people don't need to get paid for exposure, even though
That's
we
what
might want?
artists are generally sold this. They're like, you get experience, you get exposure, more people will see you and all that. And that's the payment, unfortunately.
Okay. So in my case, at least, I've been fortunate in the sense that if it's the starting point of my career in this city as a musician, I used to get some gigs like this, but then eventually I ascended the ladder so that eventually I got to a place where I could say no, or commanded a sort of a fee
Yeah.
for music.
Yeah.
And with freelancing, I think we briefly talked about it. I got paid for designing a cover of a magazine or something from for an annual magazine at a town in, I think, Maine or something, because I had a friend who wanted me to do it.
Wow.
And then generally for work that I do, I'm doing something as we speak, and I'm expecting to get paid for it. At least that's the thing. So I've somehow managed to do okay, but we have to figure out how to make all of this, somewhat worthwhile for both of us. I know you're doing a lot of spending a lot of time and effort and everything, but we have to change it. We have to figure out a way to monetize it. But let's see. I don't
Yeah.
think this particular content is good enough, but maybe this is a starting point for us to make something, because you draw a lot, I do other stuff,
Yeah.
and maybe we can figure out a way to
Yeah.
do this. So we have
So
to change. That's a point that we have put as
yeah.
the last part of the agenda, but
Yeah.
we'll do
So
it. But talking about that, one of the things that it's this very sort of disjointed agenda has the third one is diving into the creative deep end. And the project that I just mentioned in terms of hopefully getting paid is doing something. I'm doing something for the first time, which is related to, I write, but this is different type of writing, and I mean, if things go well, what I write would be read or be consumed by a lot of people, very celebrities and everything, and it's a fun thing, and I'm learning a lot, and enjoying the experience. So, have you had something like that in your life?
yeah, this I would have never in my wildest imagination thought I would be hosting a stream. So thank you. Arigato,
So,
arigato.
uh, um, yeah. So, I mean, to be fair, this is something that I've been doing for a while. Not this streaming, but video content creation. My boss at work, where we used to work together, he threw me into the deep end by simply asking me to create a podcast. Initially, it was reading out a script. Then it became me sort of winging it, sort of audio at an audio level. And when I realized that this is not appealing content in 2022, 2023, I decided, okay, we are going to do video. And that became a video podcast where I started interviewing people. And so I improved my sort of, this sort of a performance set. And then eventually it became this stream, because I started streaming on Twitch, even though I don't have any followers except you, RK. Yeah, it's just a thing. I'm more natural in terms of, speaking
Yeah.
and, holding an audience. It also have, you'll get that, and I think you're already so much better, and you're doing really well overall. And so this brings up the sort of latent creative thing, and we all have to be pushed beyond a certain sort of a barrier, but in a comfortable space. I think we both have
Yeah.
some crazy comfort, like a safe space
Yeah.
that we
Yeah.
can. So that's why I'm comfortable in being bad at art, because you're teaching me art, and you are not comfortable in starting out being bad at the guitar, which you are,
Yeah.
I think, practicing. We can
Which
all
I'm doing
see.
very well, being bad at, yeah.
No, but I'm tell me about how your guitar experience has been.
It's been great. Like I'm fiddling with it a lot, and I'm playing random songs, random bass lines and stuff. And Wonderwall, the very like unheard of song ever.
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
getting better at it.
70s, right?
Yeah, I think so. Who
70s, yeah.
knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I think it was Aretha Franklin who sang it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. So,
So yeah,
so
that's difficult.
so we are hopefully we are meeting for sure in a couple of days, but we might talk tomorrow as well. We
Yeah,
don't know that yet.
yeah,
We might host a stream as well tomorrow, and we're looking forward to doing something over the weekend, and maybe we can start creating some short form content based on whatever we're cooking, and I'll teach you some more guitar chops in there.
yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. So do we need to stop doing this? Is a point,
No,
but I don't think we
we've
need to
just
stop it.
started.
No, 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 not this. In general, as in, are we putting ourselves out there
Yeah,
to do too many things? And I think you had a beautiful way to say that it is okay as long as it is fun for you.
yeah,
So can
yeah.
you expand on that?
Uh, it's like it's very difficult to do this on your own, but when you have someone, especially someone like you, who's equally curious and wants to learn, new things. It's definitely fun. So thank you.
Nice. So now I'll professionally segue into the next
Yeah.
one. This is about reading, and is there anything that you have a complaint?
So what did you?
You have to hand it over to me in a better way. But this was the song that I wanted to sing earlier.
Yeah. What did you?
Arcade, arcade, lie to me. Tell me what did you read last month? In the words where the story shine, you would shiver the whole night through. Okay. I again messed up the words. So RK,
Okay.
what have you been reading? But before that, remember In the Pines.
In the
This
pines.
song,
Yeah.
this song is actually an old American folk song called In the Pines, and it's been rendered by several artists. And I think um, Where Did You Sleep Last Night is a song that is a Nirvana version, is what we know it as from their Unplugged 1993 4 Unplugged. And so I read about it, and this is a nice segue into what you have read. I read about this song, the original, not the original song, the Lead Belly version of the song.
Yeah.
If you can look up Lead Belly, yeah, this
Yeah.
can you? It seems like a no, Lead Belly. You
Yeah.
type in Lead Belly. Okay,
It's
there
right
you
here.
got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So here, Bob Dylan was inspired by this song, and I was reading his anthology a few months ago, and that's how I knew about the song. And these are the ways in which I consume, and I get more and more sort of artistic inputs into my life. So tell me about what you have read in the last month, year, or whatever.
Yeah. This your book, The Covenant of Water, which I'm reading for
Okay.
ages now, and I
But that's
have
okay. It's a
reached.
fat book.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge, and I'm like more than halfway there.
Yeah,
But
much more than
it's
halfway, I think.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a very fun, not I mean not fun in the sense fun, but it's a great read because it feels like I'm traveling through Kerala and like the
Mm.
small towns and the little boats and the huge fields and the villages, and it's beautiful.
Can you can you can you do a 1 minute synopsis of the book so far?
So it's about it spans several generations, and it's about this family with this weird hereditary illness where the sons in their family die by drowning, and they all are
Mm.
afraid of water. So it's
Right.
about that, and side by side, there's a story of a doctor from Glasgow who is, I don't know how he ties into this because I've not yet reached that part, but he's also going through his own shit and he's
Mm.
landed up somewhere close to the village. So,
Right. So, as you load up maybe the details of the book on the browser, I'll tell you that I recently read it and discussed it with a friend of mine. I happen to be from I mean, with a medical background,
yeah.
and he also happens to be. And this has some extra sort of high level, not high level, like detailed graphical descriptions of surgical procedures and medical procedures.
Yeah, yeah,
And we both thought that it was a little on the nose. And
yeah.
what did you think about it?
I really enjoyed it because I mean I have like a semi-medical background, so reading about
Tell me
such
more about
detail.
that.
I have done my BTech in biotech, which is
Yeah, it sounds like somebody wanted to rhyme and they failed.
yeah, BTech in biotech.
Yeah, what else?
Yeah, so so this is like it goes into gory detail sometimes about these illnesses, but that too from a perspective of like the 1960s and all, where a lot of the things were not even a lot of medical advancements had not even happened yet. So to read like a older version of how this was treated was a lot of fun.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, what do you think of the name of the movie? Sorry, name of the book. And I'm so sorry, there's a power fluctuation in my side of town.
The name of the book is sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, The
I have
Covenant of
power.
Water.
What can you do about power
Yeah,
fluctuations in this part
yeah,
of town anyway?
yeah, the that part of town. So,
Yeah.
what do we
The name of the freaking book,
Yeah,
bro.
so it's a lot to do with water because at every step of the way, water is very closely, like there are floods that happen, then they are living right by the riverside, and yeah, most of the time it's water related. And the
Right.
illness is also related to water because people die by
How?
drowning. So,
Oh, okay. But does everybody die by drowning?
no, not everyone. Some people are afraid of water, but they die by hanging on trees and falling off trees and stuff.
It seems like you're giving away too much, but I'll give you a pass.
Okay.
For I mean, it's a we have to
You
try
you
to be.
you were telling me that this book is a part of like the Kerala trilogy, right? One of the three authors
No,
who write about Kerala.
I did not say that. I think you might have misheard me because I don't remember using Kerala trilogy, but Abraham Verghese is has a medical background, right?
Yeah.
And I aspire to be a writer myself. I think that his writing is exceptionally like beautiful and
Yeah.
tight and descriptive and
Yeah.
vivid, and I hope to be like that. My writing is more gritty and like some humor and everything. That's where I find myself. So let me start with my side of the story. So wait, you asked me about, so there's no trilogy, but I've been reading other Malayalam books.
Yeah.
Basically, authors from Kerala who write in Malayalam is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to read. Apart from all the other stuff that I read.
Yeah.
So one maybe you can look up is Andhakaranazhi. Andhakara Nari. It's a book.
Yeah.
And then you add book to it. Can you go to images?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is so because we talked about Covenant of Water. The second image, if you can blow it up. The second, yeah, that one. So it seems to be a socio-political novel set in the. I don't know when it's set in actually. Maybe in the early 2000s, but even the novel was released in 2014, 15. And it's about seemingly a communist party member being chased down by the police and being he seems to escape to an island which has paranormal sort of activities happening, and his wife
Hmm.
who has they have a kid. She's in the search for where this guy has disappeared. He could have been killed. He could have, been put under in a jail or something. So this I'm the first part of the novel. Very very beautiful writing. So that's one book that I'm reading, and I have another book to quickly share. This is a chronicle of an hour and a half. I have some blurring happening. So this is a book again by a Malayalam author. Can you
Yeah.
look it up? Chronicle of an Hour and a Half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I met the author at a film festival
Oh.
this February, and
Okay.
met as in like heard him talk and basically picked
Yeah.
up the book from there.
Yeah.
And it is a very modern story. The author came across as somebody that I want to look up to because
Yeah.
of the way he thought about writing stories and without a care about the audience and everything. But the entire story is basically another. It's set in Kerala during the monsoon. So monsoon and water is a constant theme across several. Like Arundhati Roy is a god of small things,
Yeah.
and then there are novels by O.V. Vijayan, The Legends of Khasak, which is something that I think you should
Yeah.
pull up. So these are all, there are elements of water, legends, maybe not,
Hmm.
but everything has water. So in this book, The Chronicle of an Hour and a Half, it's pouring forever, like for like days or something. And something, it's like I think an MMS scandal in a small town. And all the chapters are individual perspectives of one of the town mates. And so it's a fast read, I've just started this book. Apparently, I mean, in the sense, I don't have a copy of it
Okay.
on my Kindle. So this is the only copy, and this book stays here in this apartment, my partner's apartment. So I only get to read it when I'm here. And
Okay.
apart from that, a bunch of other books I read and listen and everything. I try to read as much as I can. So I'm not going to go through all of the list because we also have a time limit to our streaming show,
Yeah.
which brings us to the
Uh,
topic of museums. I don't know why we talking about it, but we are still.
Museums are, I mean, they were like the quintessential school trip places. Like all our schools would take us to a museum.
Which museum have you been to from a school point of view?
We have gone to Prince of Wales Museum in Mumbai. That was like our wait, Prince of Wales. That was our the closest museum, and Jahangir Art Gallery,
Yeah.
which is right beside it. Yeah. So this had like
Hmm.
it's a pretty small museum comparatively, but it has like all these ancient Indian relics and like coins from like age old coins and stuff. A lot of good stuff.
And do you visit often? Do you visit it often?
I visited like in childhood, yeah, a lot, and recently I visited like a couple of 5-10 years ago, 5 years ago maybe.
Mm, right.
Yeah,
And I believe you also do virtual tours.
yeah, a lot of virtual tours of like Guggenheim and uh yeah, they have a
And
lot of even Smithsonian has their own virtual tour. A lot of art galleries have it, and a lot of like very specific museums have it. So if you
mm.
go to their website, you can just
Right, I think the
check.
VR headsets and including that Apple Vision Pro, these are meant to totally take this experience to
Yeah,
another
museum
level.
experience. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah. So in my I have had the fortune to obviously visit some of the museums in Bombay.
yeah,
I think there are some in Kerala that I might have visited back in the day, but
yeah,
I've also been to New York and Washington DC, and so some of the like I think definitely MoMA, and I
yeah,
forget the other museums, and the NASA one in Washington DC and everything.
yeah,
I totally enjoyed it.
yeah,
And then I've been to Norway, and I think there's a Holocaust museum in Berlin, which I would like, if suppose somebody were to ask me what is your best museum experience, it would be that museum because of you walk in, you might know that there's a Holocaust, but you still do not know the immensity of
yeah,
the atrocity that happened, right? So when you walk into it, then you have walls of the different people who were found missing or dead or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
It really moves you, and that's one reason why we I think you and I would both recommend going to museums. And
yeah,
the reason why I put this in the agenda is because I'm doing something creative in that line of work, which I'm not going to reveal.
yeah,
And it is an interesting thing, and there might be a lot more museum visits for me in the future, maybe with you as well. And
yeah.
now I've got a friend who frequents the museums more than I frequent the loo. So maybe I learn a little more. Than I don't frequent the loo often, by the way. If you have one thing, like maybe once in 3 days or something. I don't know why you are smiling. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. You're not old enough.
Yeah, bro. I mean, come on. Don't make fun of my old age and decrepitude. Anyway, that I think that is a tighter show than the earlier show that we hope to.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So I think it's time for us to do weird things.
Yeah. Wait, let me
Yeah.
shift
So
it.
so this is RK, and the RK is pointing at me. That's KK again. So we have this show called KK and RK do okay. This is what you're seeing right now.
We did
But
okay.
I think so. But let's let the audience, which is zero, judge it and tell us. But we plan to, so this is all free content. This is very cheap ass content, right? I mean, you probably are not getting any value out of it, and you're not paying us for it as well, right? So you won't get any value. But if you really want to support us, including like paying bills for Roma to so that her family can actually move out of the streets into an apartment, if you want to do that, it's time for you to subscribe to the channel, and subscribe and share it with your friends and family, and maybe your cat, because cats like us for some reason, and hit the bell notification icon and everything, right? and
Yeah.
and everything is over there and here and here, wherever it is, just hit all the damn things.
Yeah.
and and this might happen, okay, this might happen very soon. We might have our OnlyFans.
Maybe. If we have
Yeah,
fans, we'll have only fans.
Yeah, right. So we might have it. So it is a teaser. You never know what we can do. KK and RK can do okay things even on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Okay, if
Yeah.
somebody really is listening to this, maybe an alien, if they want to know more about KK and RK,
Yeah.
where can they find?
So you can find me on Instagram at Morbid Soch, and you can find KK on Engaging Life, which is his blog.
Yeah, it started off as a blog where I used to write random things about exploring my sexuality and everything. That is my cat, by the way. This is Blue.
Yeah.
This is the cat. So it is now an avenue for my fiction, which is the first draft of everything that my brain comes up with. And we have, I think, one reader, and they might be somebody that you know, which we are not revealing who it is, because there could be just one mythical person. The thing that everybody is holding on to, right? As they want to know is whether this will be the same going forward, which I don't know yet, because it might change. So if you want to read what I've been writing for the last hundreds of days, thousands of days, 5,000, whatever days, then this is the time for you to go to engaging life dot what is it, engaginglife.com, wordpress dot what is it, read out the damn URL.
Engaging Life with a Y, with a gay, and
It's a gay. Okay.
engaginglife.wordpress.com.
Yeah. So it used to be on Blogspot. Now it has moved to WordPress. But I have something happening in my personal life that may make me take away all the fiction from here. And so
So
if you
read
want to
it
copy
before
all,
that.
yeah, if you want to copy, don't, first of all. But if you want to really copy, even then, this is the only time you're going to do it, I think. Yeah. Don't copy, by the way.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So that brings us to probably the end of the show. There might be a scene transition coming because we still have to do these kind of things, right?
Yeah.
You have to transition professionally to another scene, which I think you will do. And yeah, so once again, this is KK and RK. We are doing okay. I think we did okay, even though we did terribly in the morning because we did the entire damn show. It was
This
funnier, I
is
think, but
better.
we talked a lot. Yeah, okay. You think it's better. Okay, so when can somebody catch us again?
Tomorrow or day after tomorrow or next week.
Yeah, that sounds like it can happen until about 2027. But anyway, you will know
Anytime
it
in
if
the
you
future.
yeah, if you subscribe to this, then you don't have to worry
Please
about it.
subscribe.
If you have the notification bell on, then you will, when you might be like having sex with somebody, and then you'll have the notification saying that KK and RK dropped a streaming show. Now, would you want to not stop sex and watch this?
Of course.
Like, would you not have wanted? Yeah, so this is how it is. So please do all the stuff, okay? And
Yeah.
we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
So this is KK, and
This is RK, and bye.
we did okay. Bye.